Alright guys, so another little retro review for everybody out there. A couple figures here that I personally think, even though they're older, look really good in a modern Marvel Legends display. And that's these two figures here that are out of the Along Came a Spider wave from Toybiz back in like 97 or 98. And that wave was kind of an extension of the Spider-Man animated series Toybiz figures that were coming out all throughout the mid-90s. I think by the time these figures came out, I could be wrong, but I think the show was either over or was about to be over, and I don't know that these characters ever actually made it into the show, but it's still a cool wave. Now, the wave consisted of 4 figures, these two plus a Phage character, figure, which looks really cool, and I do want to pick up at some point, and then a Carnage figure, which is kind of this translucent new take on Carnage, and he looks pretty cool as well. Now, these two figures are that wave's version of Venom, and that wave's version of, well, female Venom, basically. This is Anne, I forget her last name. She's Eddie Brock's ex-wife. You saw her in the Venom movies that have come out recently, and in fact in the first Venom movie you actually see her with the Venom symbiote, very similar to this setup right here, which is obviously something that came from the comics, which is why they made a figure of it. But I think these two are just really cool, and whether you put them in with your symbiote display or Spider-Man display or villains display or whatever it is, I think they work pretty damn well. Now, obviously, these are late 90s figures. Articulation is nowhere near anything that we have, you know, even in the Toybiz era of Marvel Legends or even a lot of the Spider-Man classic stuff. But still, for display purposes, I think they look pretty cool. So first up for female Venom here, you have basic, you know, arm rotation, you know, and you have rotation in the hands, and that's on both sides. No elbows, no biceps. Here you have no ankles, no knees, you just have a bicep swivel, but honestly, because of the weight of this character and how she is, she really only stands in a couple positions, so you want to kind of pick a position, get her legs set, and then if you want to tweak her arms in different poses or things like that, you can, but the legs are probably only going to go 1 or 2 ways without the figure falling over. Now, the Venom figure has got a little bit more articulation. Not a lot, and basically what we've got here is what looks like a symbiote met up with an alien xenomorph from the Aliens universe. I mean, that's essentially what this looks like here. We've got the tail, we've got the double-kneed look to it, which those are articulated. We have standard rotating hips, so no ball hips or anything like that. He doesn't go in a whole lot of positions, but it's decent. It's certainly better than this figure right here. Arm-wise, we have standard rotation and then rotation in the hands. And then his head is on a bit of a ball joint. You can kind of rotate him around like that, but that's about it. So what we're talking about here for these characters is mostly just for display purposes. You're not going to do a lot of, you know, acrobatic poses or anything with these two guys, but to have them sitting on a shelf with a bunch of other symbiotes looks pretty cool as far as I'm concerned. And I think they look pretty cool. We've got an Eddie Brock Venom here. Kind of put him next to this guy. Obviously, this guy is considerably taller, and because of his legs, you can actually make him stand up even taller than that if you want to, but this is kind of a size comparison here of the two next to each other. Now, and the She-Venom here is a little small, but it's a female character, so you put Venom behind her. You say, you know, Eddie Brock was a big dude, and when he's Venom, he's even bigger than that. She kind of works. She looks good on the display. Put him next to a Spider-Man here. This is my little black suit Spider-Man. This is the one that's on the Pizza Spidey body, which is my favorite one there. And I think he works pretty good. I think both of these work pretty good with these figures. Again, this one I think works great size-wise. This one, a little small for what we're used to with Marvel Legends, but I think on the display you can get away with it. And these are actually pretty cheap too. This one here I think I picked up for, I want to say, about 16 bucks. This one, I think I might have paid 25 for him, give or take. They are older, they're harder to find, and you do want to find them in decent condition, and both of these are in good shape with almost no visible paint wear, joints are in good condition, that kind of thing. But they can be had fairly cheap. In fact, I've seen both of these even cheaper than I got them for, just didn't jump on them at the time. Now, obviously, new and packaged, they're going to be a lot more money. I see this guy going for, 65 to 85, and her, maybe around 30 to 40 bucks in package, but I have seen it cheaper as well. So even in package, they're not horrible per se for being what they are, but certainly if you're going to put them on a display, I wouldn't even worry about it. I'd go to eBay, find someone selling one out of the box for 20, 30 bucks, whatever it is, and you got a couple of really nice figures looking good with all the rest of your symbiotes, and I think you'll be pretty happy with it. So that's it, guys. You got any questions, comments, anything like that, leave it down below, and we'll talk to you guys later.